Hiya, welcome back to Susie Q Unfiltered. So today we've got some truly horrifying news from Bondi Beach in Sydney. The Jewish Hanukkah event was taking place. It was full of families, kids, people enjoying themselves. Maybe a little barbecue going on, the works, as you do when you're celebrating. And then suddenly chaos struck. So 2 men have opened fire at the crowd. And at least it's said to be about 10 people that are dead and dozens more are in hospital, some critically injured. So one of the attackers was shot dead by the police. The other is now in custody. Absolute nightmare scenario, isn't it? Worst nightmare. Now here's the kicker. The police are not releasing the attackers' identities or backgrounds, nothing, no names, no photographs, no details at all, just absolute silence. And is that supposed to make us feel safe or informed? Just think about it for a second. In a situation like this, wouldn't you want to know who did this? How do you protect your family if you can't even have the facts? We're not given the facts. But no, apparently telling the public it's too sensitive to do that. And here's what happens, isn't it? When the authorities hide the truth, people get angry, they get confused, they get fearful. And instead of seeing the police as protectors, the more like they start to see them as part of the problem. Because secrecy in the face of terror only breeds mistrust. Now, I'm not saying we have all the answers here, no. But let's be honest, if we can't face the reality of who's committing the violence, how can we ever stop it? How can we stop it from happening again? And how do we address the root cause when everything seems to be hushed up all the time, doesn't it? It reminds me of how governments often treat citizens, don't they, like children? Shh, don't worry. You don't need to worry your little heads about that. We'll handle it. So meanwhile, people are scared, grieving and very angry. The frustration just builds up because people can sense the truth, even if it's not officially acknowledged yet. And we've seen it, haven't we? We've seen it in other countries too. When the authorities hide the facts or control the narrative, it creates a gap between people and institutions. And that gap, is so dangerous because mistrust spreads. It spreads faster than any lockdowns, emergency, or any emergency alert could ever do. So, look, I'm not here to speculate, point fingers without proof. But what I am here to say is that we need transparency. We need honesty. People deserve to know what's happening, especially when it involves family and children and communities celebrating something meaningful like Hanukkah. So that's my take on what's happening at Bondi Beach. Yeah, horrific, shocking and deeply tragic. But it's also a moment for reflection about truth, security and especially trust. I want to know what you think. How do you feel about the police keeping so much information under wraps? I know what I think, but let me know in your comments below.